Look, a box. This originally was a 4x4 box. Came off the front of one of the electric companies. Little 1-ton line trucks. They run around with the big trucks. Picked it up from my neighbor. His dad was shop foreman for him for a long time. And, came off a wreck truck. Had a couple dings in it. Had a set of drawers in it that I 86'd. They're actually underneath the kids' toolbox in the next bay below the shop here. Still in use. They're full of stuff we don't use. I made new doors. I cut the thing in half. Made a new front frame and closed the one that wasn't closed up on the back side. And had this on a 90 F350 4-door, 4-wheel drive flatbed. I didn't have that truck very long. It was one of those that it would have been all right to keep, but the 7.3 that was in it was toast. Would have been all right with a Cummins in it, but it was still a Ford. Only Ford I ever owned other than the Ford car my wife had for a while. It was pretty decent, but anyway, this was all air tools and some other stuff in this compartment. And this one had a deal there with some oil jugs in it. Coiled my fuel hose up there. Came through the back wall with the hose. I actually had lights in here, believe it or not. We'll see if they get hooked back up. This is going to go on the driver's side on the service truck, on top of the box. It will fit. It'll fit pretty nice, actually. But with the doors opening this way, you'll never get into it. So, daughter number 2, Dad, why don't you just mount the doors the other way? And I thought, oh God, depending on what I did, I might not be able to do that. And I really don't want to turn the box upside down because it just, the holes are already in the bottom for mounting it. So I got to looking. The other thing is, if you look at here, it's not exactly totally smooth. Water left on it from getting cleaned up. And on the bottom, to help stiffen it, and because the truck it was on had a rail in the wrong spot, there's a piece of 1x2 square tube, full length across the face. So I got to looking at it. I still take the air hose and blow some of this crap out. It's only, weld across the end. My finger, trying to follow my finger in the phone, it doesn't work. And it's only done about every, probably 6 inches. I can cut those off easy. And on the outside, on the other side, it's the same way. It's only, let's see. Hey, there's the end one. That's only every, I don't know, is it every 6 inches or 8 inches out here? And if I remember right, I made the doors square to begin with, so it should just be on a matter of flipping it over, because when I did the frame's all even. Just got to peel some rubber off. That's something I still got to find is new rubber, because I'll put all new rubber on it. Used to get that stuff from Western States Fire Apparatus when they were still in business. Go in there and get that stuff by the roll. And when I put these together, this is pretty much what I had left, enough just to cushion. There's nothing on the top on this one, it's just the ends to cushion it so it'll latch tight. And I never even put a backer piece for the latch, so it should work fine. Then I'll just get a couple of them little gas cylinders to hold them up, and we'll go from there. And if everything I remember right, that thing right there will fit. It'll have to go in here on a little bit of an angle, but it'll fit. This means I got to cut stuff out of here, which that's not that big of a deal. Won't be the first time I had to cut stuff out. I'm sure it won't be the last. So anyway, I'll get some more on this one later. I'm going to grab the grinder and start cutting some welds. Plans never go as planned, right? Well, can't get in to grind that end one, so got it pretty well cut through there. These other little buggers, this door's the worst of the two. I just went over it again. Can't be anything holding them, but it just won't break loose. This door over here only had two of them that were still holding. Yeah, right there's one of them. In case you couldn't tell, it's got a little extra on it, not being able to get in there and cut it good. But I'm ready to try to knock them loose again. I really can't afford to screw them up because those hinges are actually 2-inch. Been cut down to fit in here. They're on the surface on the outside of the doors. Watch this door fall off when I pick it up. Nope, no such luck. Hence the fancy extra up on the outside. They're stainless. They were some surplus. I think I got about 8 feet of that hinge left is all, so I use it sparingly anymore. But hopefully here in a little bit I'll have them off. Between phone calls and that kind of stuff, it's been a little bit. Grind a little, answer the phone. Grind a little, answer the phone. Grind a little, answer the phone, then have to make a phone call. As we realize we still haven't seen any money from the insurance after that last person who went through the fence down the road. And, you know, no names given, none of that stuff. But apparently our landowners down there got a phone call from the DA today. And she's, oh, there was some damages, huh? And people, don't drink and drive. It's freaking stupid. So the DA's having fun with the about 5 or 6 different charges, I guess. It ain't worth it. I mean, they get you for Dewey, and that's, you know, no license. See, there's the other phone ringing again. No license, $2,500. At least a $2,500 fine. I think it's more than that now. They usually catch you for careless driving, which is another $2,500 or so, and reckless driving, which is another $2,500 or so. And it sounds like there's 4 or 5 things they got him hung on. And you know, I don't know. I ain't got no use for drunk drivers. Sorry. Too many of them have caused too many grief for too many people. It ain't like it used to be where, yeah, you could drive home drunk because there was nobody on the flipping roads. And usually you'd crawl your way home, take 2 hours to go 5 miles because you knew you were going to get there if you went slow. Anyway, that's the quickie for the moment. I'll be back. You've been warned. Door number 1. Yeah, number 2 came in just in time to help me with that. I had it almost popped. All broke loose except for one little corner. It's gone. And I got this one on my own. Bad thing is, each one of them I had to chisel the corner out. I guess I got to finish cleaning that one up. I left a little. My bad. And this one, get it there. There you go. That means I got to throw a little bit of hot glue in there. I'm going to hot glue the grooves anyway where I cut these other welds. One of them hey, this one right here. I got down there a little deep. I was trying to weasel it toward me and it wasn't happening. But so there's that much. Leaving that shelf because there's no reason to take it out, I don't think. At the moment anyway. I am going to take stuff out of here. A little cutting to do, a little grinding to do. Then get me some good, undercoating. Because this just had rubber mats in here and, you know, they work, but they don't let the water out. The water's right there. And what I did on all the boxes in that service truck was I sprayed the bottoms with undercoating anyway. And then put rubber matting over it. At least it protects the metal, keeps stuff from getting in it. And I got my wiring. The wire's not through the hole back there anymore. I kind of wish I didn't have that piece there, because this is going to be to the back of the truck. But when it's in there, the fuel tank, I'm actually going to set it to the back a little so I can sneak a tube through. Probably have to clamp it to this for a fuel fill, because the tank's going to be clear up here in the truck. Which means I got to run a line back to there. That, or sneak it in this compartment and run it through, which I might do that. Doesn't take much to shove a piece of pipe in there. That's what I got hole saws for. If I don't got the right hole saw, I got a plasma, and just run it against that backside. Or cheat and come in up above where it'll stay out of the way. I can run it through up above in there too. But there it is for now. My day's about done, I think. I'm gonna go feed cows, and I got a Livestock Association meeting tonight, so board meeting. So since I've missed the last couple, I probably better get to this one. They get a little mad if I don't show up, you know. One of the important 7 people, or whatever there is really. 6 or 7 of us, I guess. So, oh yeah, there's door number 2. I forgot to show you that one. Feed truck coming tomorrow. Number 1 won't be here, so I got to deal with that myself if he's in the morning. If he's in the afternoon, I'll have a little help. But it's no big deal. I'm not going to fill any tote bags, just the tote bins. So that's easy. I just got to get them all out and get them underneath his spout and tell him when he's done filling them. The rest goes in the upright. And other than that, I guess I'll work on this. I wanted to get this thing on the truck a year ago. Well, in fact, that hose reel has been sitting here for, I think, right on a year. October, November is when I got that. Price was right. Northern Tool had it. The reviews were good on it. And, you know, other than being a 3/4 inch hose, looks pretty good to me. I'd rather have 1 inch, but that's what I've had on the last couple service trucks I've had. But say 3/4 will work. It's 20 feet of hose. I think I got 24 feet on right now, but where this will be, if I got to fill the tank in here, back the truck in, or should make it. Even the other one's going to be right at the back of the box anyway. And with that tank I got sitting in the box right now, that 24 feet, we still leave 1 coil on the tank. So we're only using about 20 feet of it, because we can back right up in the bay down here to get to the tanks. So, and for equipment, it's so much nicer having a retractable. It better work out for me or I'll be upset. Ha ha. Anyway, I'll get you some more of this. And maybe we'll even get it on a truck sometime in the near future. It'd be nice. I just gotta make sure I make everything so it will work when I get a tank built for that truck. But say for now, it's got to go the other way. Got to hook it up to what I got. So I'll probably just take a short one of those pieces that's on there and hook it up to the outside of the box. I've actually got a piece of 1 inch hydraulic hose that's off this now. I had 2 120-gallon saddle tanks piggybacked up behind, back to back, with 1 inch ball valves hooked up out of them, come into a common pump so I could run highway fuel and off-road fuel. And all you had to do was shut one tank off, turn the other one on. So anyway, that ain't going to be the case on this one. It's just going to be off-road. Too much hassle the other way. That's what I got a tank back behind the machine shed for. Usually we get fuel in the trucks in town, but they've changed their way, changed their card lock, and their new card lock. I've gone in 4 times and go through all the codes that's supposed to do it. Things won't turn on, and so I just call them and say, hey, my tank's empty, come fill it up. While you're here, fill the truck that's empty, because I couldn't fill it in town. So anyway, that's something else. I should have a fuel delivery. Since it's not here yet today, it'll probably be tomorrow too. Damn gas tank always goes dry. I don't know why. Oh, 300-gallon off-road coming, because that's all they've got room for right now. I kind of like to keep it full because at some point we're going to be back in the field. I'm being optimistic. Once we're back in the field, I mean, it's nothing to burn through 80 or 100 gallons a day at least. Depends on how many tractors I got going. And gasoline, unfortunately, we got to have that to get to town. So it gets used. Number two, it's what, 20 or 25 miles one way for her to go to school. So she uses a little bit. And number one, she's living right at 30 miles away. So she uses a little bit. And God, anymore, the only time I use anything is if I'm going somewhere with my pickup, and I don't go anywhere. I need to. But then that's usually pulling the header cart or pulling a nurse tank or something. And, you know, one thing about it, I got a big motor in my pickup for a reason. It pulls the hills very nicely, but mileage ain't that good. So anyway, I'll get you some more. Till next time. There was a hole there. It's only 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. That's where the fuel line used to go into that part of the box for the hose. And I'm going to do it different going on this truck. So I'll show you a little bit of welding. At least show you getting it tacked up. There's 2 magnets holding at the top. The back of that box is warped a little bit, so right now the bottom corner and part of the top are pretty flush. So we'll see what happens, see what you can see. Should have grabbed the hammer first. There it is. That's about as flush as it's going to be. That's what you get for now. Get her welded up. Hopefully when I'm all done, you'll never even know it. 5 minutes later, yeah, I know it was off just a touch. But keep in mind, it was also warped. I don't know if we can get the warp in here or not, but you can kind of get the gist of it. Say none of it was straight to begin with, because this piece, I actually put the whole back on. There's a seam right there that connects the two halves of the box, plus this back. Plus, if you notice, that's what it's sold all the way around. That's what warped it to begin with. That's why there's a big dip there and a hump right there and a dip there. But then this side's pretty good, because the only welding I did on it was the front side to make the frame for the doors and where I welded the two boxes together. So, and yeah, I hit it on the inside a little bit. I just tacked it. I'll knock some junk off there. I ain't gonna grind it smooth. Just a couple little pieces of wire and a couple sharp spots. But I still gotta cut that thing out and cut that out. And I might have to cut that divider out. We'll find out here in a little bit. And while I was welding, I zipped all those little grooves up. Some of them I didn't have to, but of course one of them I didn't think I had to. The second it sparked, it burnt through it. So yeah, I went back and did another one I didn't think I had to. That corner was the worst, and I got a little fouled because of the paint on the outside. There, right there. But hey, once it's cleaned up and like this, once there's paint on there, you'll never know it. That's the plan. Okay, see if I get you some more later. Okay, quickie again. I'm gonna make this the end of this video. That's still in here. It's loose. It's just still there. That's out. All I gotta do is a little grind and clean it up. This one's gonna be a little more. And I thought I would be sneaky. See if you can see me. Look, I can turn myself upside down. Cheap piece of stuff from Hobo Freight. Hopefully that showed up. It's actually a good mask. We bought one last spring. It's the one that number one's been using cleaning equipment off. And we picked this one up a couple weeks ago, well, probably a month ago now, to have in the shop. It's a little warm doing what I'm doing, but I'm not breathing all that crap in. I used to have a really good low profile regular respirator that fit underneath my welding hood, but trying to find those anymore is a pain. And this is comfortable. It's like a neoprene stuff. And it has built-in earplugs. They're nice earplugs too, because I can't hear myself. So anyway, I'll get another one later, but I think I got enough to show you. It's going to be a long video, 20 minutes or better. So hey, hit the like button, subscribe, and ring the bell, you know, yada yada. And next step, as soon as I get this, is get the doors back on it. So till next time, thanks for watching.